Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a really cool video. It's driving the 2019 Bolt from basically New York City down to Washington, DC. I got my parents here in the car and we're just leaving now. We're about to hop on the turnpike. What are we, probably about 10 miles outside of New York, I would say?
About that, yeah.
About 10 miles outside New York. So basically like New York City to DC. How could the car, can the car make it? Now, what I learned recently is this is actually called the Guessometer. And on our Guessometer, we have an estimated range of 193 with a max of 227 and a minimum of 149. According to our nav, our first stop is going to be about 139 miles away, 2 hours and 5 minutes. And that's a charge point location that I found at a Chesapeake travel center. It looks like it's DC fast charge for free. So we're going to try to do this the cheapest possible way. So we're going to drive there first. We'll do some DC fast charge at that location, and then we'll have 85 more miles to drive to get to our actual destination in Washington, DC. So yeah, sit back, enjoy the ride, and let's go on an electric road trip. Quick update for you. We are at 100 miles left on our trip, hour and 34 minutes, and we on our meter here are showing 140 miles as an average. Now actually I'm learning more about this vehicle now that I own it. I sell it all the time and I know a lot about the vehicle, but you can always learn more. So what I never knew from just test driving with clients and all is the other gauge that's to the left side of the actual battery meter. So right now it's yellow and it's almost all the way down to where it says minimum 113. Maybe somebody that knows the car very well can explain to me, because I didn't look in the owner's manual yet, what that gauge represents. At first I thought that it was filling up with yellow, and then as it fills up you lose a bar. Doesn't seem to be the case. It looks more like it's almost like a trending graph, in a sense that it shows that I'm trending the lower end of the min-max range, which means we have maybe 120 miles left of battery, and we have about 100 miles to go to get to our first charge point. So, from New York to DC, with the weight that's in the car, it's about 60 degrees at speeds of 65 to 70. I'm gonna put it out there that there's no way this car will make it that 230 miles door to door. But we're gonna hopefully get to our first charge location at the Chesapeake Travel Center in, I think it's in Maryland. But yeah, in the comments, if you know about that extra gauge, let's talk about it and help out the community of Bolt drivers. Thank you. Quick update, 77 miles to drive. I'm going by the minimum, which is 93. And our little yellow graph is closer towards that middle average now. Currently getting 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour.
We went down from 6 lanes to 2 lanes.
6 lanes to 2 lanes. We have 64 miles to go. Our battery gauge is now a minimum of 81. If you look, that yellow bar is just barely exposed. And I think it's because we were sort of in that pack of cars that's up there. And I'm wondering if obviously you have like a draft situation because you're drafting behind trucks and things like that. Does that actually help with your range as well? We're looking good. We have 63 miles. We have 81 on the low end. That gives us about a 20-mile cushion. We just have to hope that when we get to these charge point locations, they actually work. And hopefully there's nobody in them, so we can plug in, stretch out for 20 minutes, get a bunch of charge, and then finish the trip.
Then you have the next one lined up pretty close to...
we would just have to look online.
Look online and find another one.
Just find another one. There's a lot of them in this I-95 corridor.
Okay.
Like, throughout Baltimore and DC, like heading that direction.
They're not working, then it's just
we'll find another one.
Not a far drive.
Hopefully that 20-mile cushion's enough to get us to the long walk. Mom, how's the back seat?
It's very comfortable.
You're comfortable.
I'm very comfortable.
I'm comfortable.
I'm 6'1", I got plenty of leg room, I'm fine.
Plenty of room. One of the cons about this car in reviews is that the seats aren't that comfortable. Because maybe they're real thin and they're not as bolstered well, but 77 miles into the trip, we've been on the road for about an hour and 10 minutes, and it's comfortable. I'm back. We're gonna perform a quick experiment. This tractor trailer we just gained on, as soon as I did, I just disappeared. I picked up a little bit of green on that left gauge. So I'm gonna hang out behind this truck at a safe distance for a little moment and see if that actually adds up, that green bar on the left, so we're trending towards the 108 or our max max estimated range. With all these trucks and buses in the current area, we're picking up a little bit of green on that gauge, so drafting probably does help range. We're picking up more green.
Exactly, yeah.
In having these conversations too, just understand that I sell Chevys for a living. I am by no means a engineer or mathematician or anything of smartness that would know why these things should be calculated the way they are. So if I'm incorrect in saying that drafting behind a truck is going to help my my battery range, just correct me in the comments. I have no problem with that. We're gonna make a quick stop at that rest area because the coffee did its thing. So we're gonna hit the bathrooms. Now, while I stop at this rest area, I'll see if they have a charger here. I don't know if they do. And if they do, we'll definitely plug in for the 5 to 10 minutes that will be here. Does anybody see a charger?
I don't see any of that.
I don't see anything. Look at that. Low gear, never hit the brake. All right, let's do it.
Hopefully I got the winning tickets.
That was smooth maneuver.
Let's head to the next one where the charger is.
Get that cushion going.
On your phone to navigation, like maps, yeah.
Yeah, I
map.
know, but I need my glasses.
All right, so now you're gonna type in the search bar, put in Nottingham Commons.
How about just say,
You can do that too. Mom, you getting nervous? There's cars and trucks everywhere and I'm recording.
I am. This would make me nervous.
No, we're not gonna make you nervous. So basically I forgot to hit the record button just then, but we were talking about my original destination was Nottingham Commons, which is in Maryland, and it is like a mall and all sorts of stuff with charging locations. I chose the one we're gonna stop at in 21 miles from now because the charging says it's free. The other one was like a $2.50 charge and then 20 cents a minute or whatever it may be. But that is how many miles away?
52 miles, 52 minutes.
52 miles away. We have an average of exactly 53, so the idea is that we're gonna get there with no juice left. We're just gonna go to the first destination and get some DC fast charge, hang out for a bit, and then we'll hit the road and we'll get from that point straight to DC. You still nervous?
Put that down.
Now this guy is not electric, but he's parked in an electric spot. It's a Chevy though.
This blue one is. He's not electric?
No. So let's pull right here. Combo. We're the combo. To swipe your credit card to begin. All right, so it's definitely not free, and I think I've realized what happened. You'll be charged $2.50 and 20 cents per minute. Yeah. There you go. All right, so we got it plugged in. This isn't free. The ChargePoint app showed this as one, and somebody in the comments put that it was a free electric charging. So whatever, it charges $2.50 for the initial fee and then 20 cents a minute. All right, so we're currently at about 20 minutes that we've been here since we plugged in, and I'm oops, I just hit reset. All right, whatever. So 20 minutes. Here's what I've learned, okay? Now I'm new to this whole charging thing. This is literally the first time I've ever driven an electric car where I had to worry about charging the car. So I was using the ChargePoint app. Now I use the ChargePoint app because where I live, we have a ChargePoint charger in our complex. So it just makes it easy for like notifications on when it's charging and you know, interruptions, things like that. This showed, and what I didn't realize, I assumed that it was a ChargePoint charger because it's on their site. But obviously they just have all of them on there. And I didn't even realize this says it's unknown and there's no network. So it's not a ChargePoint unit. It says Electric Vehicle Institute. And it shows you that you have 6 ports and, you know, DC fast, a combo plug, and then another plug. And then there were some people that put comments, like this person on June 29th. It's located at the front, facing the entrance of the plaza, very easy, fast, and free. There was also a comment back in April and then one back a year ago, all saying it was free. So it's not free anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a tip on here maybe add a picture of the vehicle plugged in and just say, hey, listen, it's no longer free. It is super convenient. It is exactly where it says it is, but it's $2.50 for your initial fee, 20 cents for every minute. So if I am 20 minutes in right now, I just picked up what looks like about 68 miles of range in 20 minutes. That's gonna cost me, what is that, $4? And an additional $2.50. So that's $6.50 I'm up to right now to drive. I think I was at 40 miles left when I got here, and now I'm at 110. So that's, you know, 70 miles. For $6.50, if gas is $2.50, that's 2.6 gallons of fuel. Let's say an average car gets about, I mean, a good car gets 30 miles to the gallon, that's 78 miles. So it's about the same if you're in a car that gets about 30 miles per gallon. It would have been cool if it was free though. The other thing I can do is update on my app, like I just did while I was inside, and that basically would show exactly what your charge is at and mileage and that sort of thing, so you can keep an eye on it from your phone from inside or what have you. And I also set up a notification setting where if the charge was interrupted for any reason, it'll shoot me a text, which is good because then if you're inside and something happens to the plug, maybe somebody unplugged it, maybe for some reason the unit broke, you know, you don't want to sit inside for 20 minutes, come out and realize you weren't charging. So it'll send you a notification if there was an interruption. All in all, not bad. I mean, right now I'm probably about 25 minutes in. You know, you go inside, you use the restrooms, maybe you get a snack. My parents actually just got into a conversation with a woman coming from Virginia that's going to Cape May. Next thing you know, you stretch out, you get back in the car and you continue on your journey. We have 85 miles left to go. I'm at 113 miles. We're gonna hang out here just for a little bit longer just to make sure I really top this off because I wanna make sure that we don't have to worry about charging anywhere else until we get there down to DC. But with that being said, how about a little music montage? Let's get to DC and we'll update our final totals, our final battery, our thoughts, and you know, what it was like to drive a Bolt basically from New York down to DC. We are here in DC in the Georgetown area. We just checked into our townhouse where we're gonna be staying for the week. We did 223 miles. We did 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour as an average. Right now we're heading over to a supermarket, which should have a charging location. If it does, that'd be pretty cool. Although we still have 71 miles of battery left, which is more than enough for driving around town. I will probably update you guys somewhere in either this video or another video about our final thoughts of the whole trip and driving EV and what we kind of experienced and figured out and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know if I'm gonna put all that in this video, so if I don't, have a good day. All right, I'm back. We just got to the Safeway. As I was pulling up, an electric Volvo was pulling out of this spot. Free EV charging while we're here at the supermarket. Thanks, Safeway.